And hopefully we are. Right, first of all, I'm going to start off by saying congratulations to Mr. Conspiracy Cat for reaching 20,000 subscribers. And I also want to point out, now last week, I think it was last week, maybe the week before, Simon Dan popped into the chat. And I thanked Simon Dan for being the inspiration behind me starting my YouTube channel, which he honestly was. However, it was Conspiracy Cat and Fight the Flat Earth were the two channels that got in contact with me and collaborated with me. So without Conspiracy Cats, the Creaky Blinder channel probably wouldn't have any subscribers, or any substantial number anyway. I think when I collaborated with Conspiracy Cats, if I remember correctly, I was on about 50 subscribers, and luckily the growth has just continued from there. Right, look a pig, check my audio input. What's the matter with it, dude? Can you not hear me? Can everybody hear me in the chat? Echo. Ah, right, okay, great. Well, it wouldn't be a Creaky Blinder Sunday live feed without some sort of problems. So what, we've got echo in the audio, or TNT? Are we in a parallel universe? The stream started on time. Yeah, two mics on, is that? Right, interesting. Or not. Why have there always got to be issues for me to sort out? Right, so some are saying it sounds fine, some are saying it doesn't. Let me, one sec. Right, I've adjusted the gain of my mic. So some people have got echo, some people haven't. I'm sure you lot do this just to confuse me. I sound like a robot. Right, well, I've got a good stream speed. Right, hang on a sec, let me just check that I don't have... Right, is that any better? No, that's going to feed back like a mofo. Right, surely that must be fine now. Have I got two mics running? I don't think so. Right. Now that should have fixed it, surely. Better, but echo. Is there still echo? Trouble is now I've got to wait 10 seconds to find out. Now, were people saying hello, hello twice as an indication that, there we are, that's good, that's good. Yeah, all good now. Yeah, I know what it was. I'd forgotten to mute my webcam. Sorry, I'm no expert. Sounds a little better now. Right, good. Good. Wicked. Right, I'm getting messages in the Discord that it's fine as well. Right, so as I was saying, before... before you lot interrupted me with more technical issues, yeah, without Conspiracy Cats collaboration, I would probably still be on less than 100 subscribers, and I'm thoroughly convinced of that. And as we are now, I think I'm on about 3,720. So to be asked to be included in his 20,000 subscriber premiere, again, was an honour, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that everyone else in this community has given me. Right, so S2000 GT, is it the South Wales Echo? It could well be. It could well be. Right, as usual on my Sunday night streams, if anybody's got any questions for me, the moderators will feed them to me on Discord. Marvel Girl, it still sounds a bit strange. I just saw, yeah, hello Pam Duffy. There we are, there's a thought for everybody now. I don't know how many people are content creators that are watching now, but I'm a member of a group run by a guy called Brian G. Johnson, and it's a very, Pam, who's in the chat now, was actually the lady that made me aware of Simon Dan. So indirectly, probably prior to thanking Simon Dan, it's Pam Duffy I should be thanking for pointing Simon Dan out to me, who then went on to be the inspiration for me starting my channel, and as I've said, then Conspiracy Cats and Craig from Fight the Flat Earth for collaborating with me. Right, people are still saying it sounds a bit... right, while I like... What is diffraction? Yeah, I'm not Nathan Oakley, I'm afraid. Right. Radical. It's Radical. Where's Radical? Yeah, it's funny for Radical not to be here tonight. Where are you, Radical? I'm missing you. Right, everyone's saying it sounds fine now. Ah, Radical. The Unhallowed Knight. How are you, sir? Anti-flatter. Right, everyone's saying this sounds fine now, so I can concentrate on it. Right, one thing I want to talk about. And I know there's a delay when you're replying with me, but there we are. It is what it is. That's what a live feed is. So, my video on Tuesday, Creaky Weekly. I'm sure a lot of you guessed that it was Russian vids, and the guy is just an absolute scumbag. Now, and I'm not saying this because I minded, because I didn't. I was still happy for the video to air. That video wasn't monetized, and it basically wasn't monetized because it wasn't so much what I was talking about, it was what he was talking about in the video, which led to my video not being able to be monetized. And like I say, I didn't mind, because that sort of content is just disgusting. Let me just adjust my camera a little bit. It's just disgusting. Now, I know some people will say that it's satire, but that's just no excuse. It's still the topics he talks about, they're absolutely foul. The thing is, as I said in the video, you know, London is a place that's quite close to my heart, because I've said in live feeds before, one of my kids, my youngest son, was treated by Great Ormond Street, so I feel a bit of an affinity with London. And when that disaster happened, my wife and I couldn't help but think that we could have quite easily been in London and been caught up in that. You know, like the attack a number of years ago where the buses were blown up and everything. That was literally 200 yards away from the entrance to Great Ormond Street Hospital, and we'd been up there the week before. So, you know, for somebody to make that type of content, it's just filth, absolute filth. And I'm seeing reports coming in all the time about channels like mine and a broad range of channels being demonetized by YouTube, because YouTube don't like the type of content they're putting out, which is fair enough. You know, they're a business. At the end of the day, they're there to make money. But then you've got channels like Russian Vids and what was that other guy, Conspiracies by Hands, just constantly uploading bullshit and getting away with it. So despite the video being demonetized, I was still more than happy for it to go up, because everything I say obviously is based on my own opinion. Oh, super chat from William Signs, $10. Thank you, sir. You're a good one. Oh, mate, that's not why I was saying it, but I am very, very grateful. I was just making the point because, you know, I get comments, oh, you're only doing this for the money. No, because there isn't a lot of that. It's pence. It's literally a couple of quid. It's, you know, I don't need to every video to be monetized. It's nice, but some videos like that one, it was just important to me that people got to hear my opinion on that type of content. Right, okay, that's not working again. I think, Radical, I may have done that wrong. So I'll just do what I did last time. Boom. And kill it. I'm going to have a look at that. I'm going to have a look at that. Right, is there anybody in the chat now that is a computer expert? Because I have a question. And while we're waiting for that, hello, Team Skeptic. How are you, sir? Who else have we got? Sean Hawkins, as always. How are you, Sean? I'm going to have to have you on one Sunday. Do you want to be my guest next Sunday, Sean Hawkins? Message me if you do. Let's get you a few more subscribers. People help me, so I'm more than happy to help other people. So who else have we got? I just saw Team Skeptic. The usual suspects here. Turquoise Laura, Marvel Girl, of course Radical, Al Lupe. There's quite a few familiar faces. Define expert. Right, I'm assuming that's to do with me asking if anyone's a computer expert. It's all to do with an expert, in my opinion, is just somebody that knows more than me. I'm going to do a little bit of an upgrade on my PC because it's not behaving quite as it should during the live streams. But I don't know whether I should upgrade my CPU or whether I should put a better graphics card in. And Radical must be getting fed up of me asking him all the time, because he's not only the funniest Dutchman I know, he is also now my go-to guy for computer questions, and I feel like I'm making a nuisance of myself. So yeah, so CPU or GPU? What do you think, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Right then, so have we had any questions come through on the Discord yet? Let's have a looky. Yeah, there's a few people I want to have on as guests. Sean Hawkins, definitely. Because Sean's a really cool guy, and I love the way he does his videos. He literally just goes flying in there and just does it all off the cuff, which is my type of guy. Alright, sorry, Al Loop. There's no A on the end. Lupe. Anti-Flatter as well. I want to have him on, but only if he agrees to be on camera dressed as the Russian. Oh, dear me. Conspiracy Cats, obviously. I did invite him tonight, but he's busy doing real life stuff. Right, let's have a look. How many... oh, 100 people watching. Right, Tech Satan, I didn't think of you. You are a real computer expert, aren't you? I'm going to catch up with you on Discord, because I don't even know what the clock speed of my CPU means, dude. So, and I get confused enough doing these live streams, but I'll definitely catch up with you in the Discord if that's okay. Right, okie dokie. Oh, Bob the Science Guy. I'd love to have Dr. Bob on. He's a legend, an absolute legend. I'm going to have to start writing my list of people I want to have on as guests. Conspiracy Cats is in the chat. Right then, what have we got? Let's have a look what we've got. Team Skeptic. Raju on the ice, what you said you were a complete toddler with games, but don't let him tell you different. Team Skeptic, I'm not entirely certain what that means. Oh yeah, somebody's just mentioned RAM. Talk about throwing a spanner in the works, because I haven't long had this PC built, but it was built out of old parts that I was able to scrape together, so I'm not sure how good it is. Download Bell Arc Advisor is free and will give you all the info about your system. Right, can I copy and paste that? Okay, let's just add that to my notes. I know it makes it a riveting live stream, but I have got the worst memory in the world. So if I don't do things as I'm told them, they never get done. I'm just being honest. Extra RAM is always good. Yeah. Yes. I know. This is far more complicated than I ever thought it was going to be. Far more complicated. Right, okay. Okay. So, InRem has had a haircut then. I've had a mixed bag of comments on the InRem video, and it's funny because I think when I looked at the stats earlier on, I'd had like 459 or 500 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. So does that mean InRem has seen the video? I don't know. Oh my god, everyone's going bananas about computer old age. Creaky says William Signs. Yeah, you're not kidding, pal. You're not kidding at all. And I'm a bit worn out today because I was working today as well. Working on a Sunday. How terrible. Well, nobody's got any questions for me tonight. How shocking. That's going to make it a very short stream then, isn't it? Yeah, my merchandise. And give me your honest opinion. Do you like the merchandise or do you not like it? People are buying it, and what's absolutely baffling me is the biggest seller is the one with this on it. The It's Not Flat hoodie and t-shirt. Yeah, William Signs, I'm not far behind you. I'm not far behind you, I'm 46. I know anti-flatted, but you are indeed future boy, so that's why it's Monday for you. And it's Monday AM, I think, isn't it? Is it Monday AM? Is it, what have I just done with my pipe? There it is. I've turned it off, Radical, because it wasn't working again, and I have enough trouble keeping these keeping these live streams alive. S2000 GT, good result for Wales today. Rugby, don't care. I remember 46 barely. I thought, God, 9 AM on a Monday morning. Why aren't you in work, Auntie Flatter? You're a police officer, aren't you? Archie Roach says, Creaky Blinder and Conspiracy Cats, a lovely pair. Yeah, I know exactly what that means. I know exactly what that means. Oh, great channel, stay awesome. 100 knock. What's... Oh. Oh, football. I don't like football either. S2000 GT, I'm afraid. Odd Levi, thank you very much. Very, very, very much. Oh, it's Norwegian krone. Is it? Is it radical? Is that Norway money? Which is a... right. Space Ghost UK. Which is your favourite conspiracy theorist to debate? Flat earther, evolution denier, or anti-vaxxer? Right. I haven't seen your name here before, Super Ghost UK. But I don't debate people because I'm not a debunking channel. The whole idea of my channel is just to make people smile, and hopefully make some people laugh. So, you know, going back to the question, anti-vaxxers I haven't tackled yet, but I fully intend to, because they are another massively disgusting section of society, and they are going to get looked at 100%. Evolution deniers, again, I've got a list, basically, I've got a couple of lists. I've got a list of conspiracy channels I want to look at, but after the Russian vids debacle, I'm going to be very, very careful about what I say in my videos and the footage I show in them as well, because whilst I was happy for the Russian vids episode not to be monetized, obviously I don't want my whole channel getting demonetized, because I do put a lot of work into these videos. You know, each of my episodes takes me between 6 and 8 hours to film and edit, and that's without upload time or anything. But I've gone off on a tangent now, see, and lost my space. But yeah, so I've got a list of conspiracy channels I wanna work through. Actually, I think I can probably share that list with you. Let me see if I can do this now in the side chat. There we are. That's my list of channels that I want to have a look at. I'm not going to look at the Alex Jones channel because he is bad news. There's actually a few channels on YouTube that have been completely shut down just for sharing his content, so I will definitely not be making a video on Alex Jones, even though I think he is a massive dong. There we are, Brainy Beaver. That's another person who's on my list to be a guest on Sunday. So Brainy Beaver, if you are if you're up for it, message me on Discord. Team Skeptic, I got the piss yellow $sign, so it was very limited. I don't even know if it'll be anything. I haven't looked, to be honest. Yeah, so list of channels, and I've also got a I also always note down the types of things I want to look at, and as I've said, anti-vaxxers are definitely on there. Moon landing deniers are on there. There's tons of stuff. There's so many different things I'm interested in looking at, but I'm obviously quite mindful of the fact as well that I've now got 3,720 something subscribers, and you all subscribe to me for flat earth content. Now, I've already sneaked in a little bit of alternative content with the change in format to the Creaky Weekly episodes, so I don't want to push my luck. And I'm always going to make flat earth content, just to make it clear, because that's what people subscribe to me for, and that's what I enjoy doing. Yeah, new subscriber. Bloody marvellous. Right, am I right? So I think now a couple of questions have started coming in. Right, the one from Super Ghost, yeah, I've done that in a long. Jimbojo Bijou, is it? Asks, where's my hat? I think you might be. I can put my hat on. Do you want me to put my hat on? Oh yeah, the hat's never far away. I deliberately didn't put it on tonight because last week I was sweating like a madman. But it's not as warm in my room tonight, so if it makes you happy, here's my hat. Right. Right. Paulster X. I know you don't get into the debunking, but you obviously have some science background. Did you study science, or is it a hobby? No, I've got absolutely no background in science at all. I just find it very, very interesting. And this is part of what I find laughable about flat earthers. I will openly say I'm not a debunker. I've got no scientific background. But it's so easy to find this stuff out. But the only difference between me and somebody that believes in the flat earth is when I look something up and I'll find it from various resources. I'll ask other creators, you know, is this right? Is this a reliable source? And if it is, I read the information and then, yeah, okay, and I believe that information. Now, I know that goes against everything that flat earthers say and believe, but this is what my problem is with them, is why do you just not believe something that's been proven to you? I don't understand the mentality behind it. I don't understand why somebody wants to, you know, what do you think, you got like some superpower because you know something we don't? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You know, if there were, I've said this in videos, right? I'm sure there are things the government do that we will never get to find out, things they shouldn't be doing, but they do it for whatever reason. But that doesn't then translate into everyone is evil. And there we are, my video about Imran on Friday. I'd like to assume that everyone in the chat has seen it, but you should never assume, because it makes an ass out of you and me. But I like assuming. And I've watched a few of his videos. I just picked that one because I found it funny that there were a lot of really long pauses in there, and you could see the cogs turning over when he was trying to decide what to say, and I just picked on that and made it funny, hopefully. But he's the type of guy, he does not believe anything the government says or anybody in any position of authority, from what I can see. And I get that, but it's no way to live your life. It just is no way to live your life. You cannot. There we are. Everybody who's in the chat now, would you like to live in fear constantly, continually being paranoid that you think somebody is looking over your shoulder, plotting against you, out to get you? Listen, I just like a nice, simple, straightforward life. I like to have a laugh and a joke, you know. And again, just to be clear, I'm not making fun of Imran. I'm making fun of what he thinks is true. And, you know, some people will call me a dick for even saying that, but okay, so I'm a dick then. But, you know, it's I don't understand why people want to live like that. I really, really, really don't. It makes no sense to me at all. No sense at all. Right, so that's answered Paulster X's question in a very long-winded way again. Superghost UK asks again, or says rather, either way, I will be one of those that will be wholeheartedly standing behind you and Conspiracy Cats. Thank you, Super Ghost UK. It is appreciated. And I know I sound like a stuck record, and I know I repeat myself, and I know it gets a bit mushy and soppy, but I am massively, massively grateful to everybody that supports me in any way. I don't care if you're one of my Patreons. I don't care if you super chat me. I don't care if you've bought my merchandise. If you say something nice to me in the comment section, if you say hello to me and speak to me on Discord, everybody is equally as appreciated as everyone else. It makes zero difference to me at all. I just cannot, for the life of me, work out why so many people are interested in what I say. And, you know, I really, really, really do appreciate it massively. More than any of you will ever be able to understand, because I'm crap at putting things into words, but you are all massively appreciated. Right, okay, so boom, boom, boom. Right, so I've answered all those questions. Thank you, Mrs. Blinder. See, somebody loves me. Oh, dear me. Oh, right, I didn't see that. Let's have a look at that. Is that what I need to read out or just look at? Right, sorry, guys. TNT, they and them. Yeah, I've seen your message, and I'm not going to. I'm more than happy with things as they are now, and I've got no intention of doing that willy-nilly anyway. Tommy Gronwald asks how long, without the Pepsi Max. It's been a month now, Tommy. It's been a month. Right. Team Skeptic, Magical seems to be ignoring me. Am I ignoring you, Team Skeptic, if you ask me something? Maybe? I don't know. Oh, Look a Pig is still here. Hello, Look a Pig. How are you, sir? Right. Dee 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 dee. Right, sorry, I just need to get back to my question room. Team Skeptic wants to know the name of my Russian vids. What it was called on my channel? It was called on my channel. Team Skeptic, it was this one. Coming at you now. If that's what you meant. If not, I apologize. You'll have to make it more clear for me. Right, how many people have we got watching? How many people have we got watching? There we are. That the video, the Russian vids video, has got just under 4,000 views, which I know is pathetic compared to some channels, but you know, it's fairly reasonable for me. And interestingly enough, 3,000 of those came in within about 9 hours of the video premiering. It's got 681 thumbs up and only 5 thumbs down. So what that tells me is there's a lot more people that agree with me and agree with what I say than disagree. Or maybe they just don't think I'm worth their time. Either way, I don't care. 127 watching. 126 and a half people watching. Very good. Oh, Stringer News. How are you, sir? Yes, Team Skeptic, I did ask for a manual review, and they came back to me saying that after a human being had viewed the video, sorry, they still decided that it was not eligible to be monetized. because I'm doing a lot of research into this. Team Skeptic, if you are still here, clearly you just asked me a question. I'm doing a lot of work looking into this, and YouTube are really, really cracking down on I shouldn't say crap. They're aggressively demonetizing channels. I came across one earlier on today. I'll see if I can share the link to it now, because it is of a similar sort of vein to my channel. Which one was it? It was... I watched it this morning. There we are. So, copy link address. There we are. Team Skeptic, another one coming over for you. If you can work out why this channel has been demonetized, then you're a better man than me, because I cannot for the life of me fathom it out. But they've been completely demonetized, not just a particular video, the whole channel. And another one I mentioned earlier on, I don't know if Pam Duffy is still in the chat, right? But Pam is part of the same Facebook group as me, and it's all about, you know, how to figure out how to make things work in your favor on YouTube, blah blah blah. And it's run by a guy called Brian G. Johnson. Just type him into YouTube. He puts out a lot of really, really good, really interesting content if you're a content creator yourself. If you're not, maybe you wouldn't find it as interesting unless you want to be. And basically, every single piece of content that Brian uploads is dedicated to improvement of your own YouTube channel, and how to get subscribers, how to generate revenue, how to optimize keywords in your title and your video tags, and so on and so forth. And even his channel got demonetized, and the investigations he's done into it show that it's because of repetition of content. So because all his videos are talking about how to succeed on YouTube, they see that as repetitive content, and they demonetized his channel. But interestingly enough, another thing that he said, and again, I don't know if anybody in this sort of in our community does this, but YouTube really don't like affiliate links. They don't like any links in your video description that send people off the platform. So if it's a link, say for example, I upload a video and I include a link to Team Skeptic's channel or Anti-Flatter or Radical, that's fine, because I'm still keeping those people on the platform. But if I give them a link to, I don't know, McToon's website, which is external and nothing to do with YouTube, then they don't like that and they can penalize you. Archie Roach, is the YouTube AI broken? Yeah, they think that the AI is making rash decisions, obviously, because it's not a person. And quite often the excuse me, quite often the decisions are being overturned. But, you know, some of these channels that are being demonetized are really high up in the subscriber counts. You know, they're up in the hundreds and, you know, the hundreds of thousands. And, you know, I know what my channel earns me, and like I say, it's not a lot, but, you know, if I lost the monetary value of my videos, I'd be gutted, but it'd be like, oh well, you know, I still enjoy doing them. But for a channel that's got, we'll say, 1 million subscribers to be demonetized, they're losing a substantial amount of money. I watched a piece of content earlier on before Kat's video, and there was a guy, he seemed like a very genuine guy, British guy, and he a couple of weeks ago, Team Skeptic, it's fairly recent from what I can see, and I watched this video, and the guy was 100% transparent. He showed his analytics and everything, and basically he's on 30,000 subscribers, and he was showing how much money he makes, and it's not a huge amount. But if you look at that and then sort of multiply that by the numbers you would need to make it a 1 million subscriber channel, you're losing a lot of dough. And it would be disappointing, to say the least. Basically, plan a walk. Yeah, that's how I understood it. Because the whole idea... This is why audience retention has become so massively important to content creators and to YouTube, because they want people staying on YouTube, because the longer you're on there, the more adverts you watch. The more adverts you watch, the more adverts they can sell. The more adverts they sell, the more people want to buy more adverts. And it's a cycle. You know, people tend to forget that YouTube is a business and all they want to do is make money, regardless of, you know, how they do it. You know, whether we agree or disagree with it, they're a business, and they want to be continuously pushing these adverts onto us. You know, and another thing I don't know if people realize as well, and I'll say this selfishly, but, you know, when you guys watch my videos, I'm fairly sure that most of you skip the adverts. If you skip the adverts on a creator's channel, they don't get anything for it. So, you know, if I've had messages from people, you know, I wish I could support you, but I can't because my financial circumstances. But I get that. I completely get that. Because money's hard to come by for all of us. But, you know, if you want to help in some way, not just me, all the creators in our community, if you want to help us in some small way, just let the adverts play. And then we get a little something in the way of financial reward from the content that we put up. But there we are. Again, that was a bit ranty, and I was worried I wasn't going to have too much to say. Right then. Paul, what was that? Paul Milshy, Creaky, with somewhat stealing the good name of our local blinders here in the Midlands. Let's hear your best Peaky Brum accent. I haven't really got a Peaky Brum accent. I can say that I'm from Birmingham, but that's about as good as it gets, I'm afraid. I used to spend a lot of time in Birmingham when I worked for Britvic Soft Drinks, Birmingham, Solihull, and one of my good friends in work was Dudley Dave. He had the best accent ever. He used to crease me every time he opened his mouth. He wasn't saying anything funny, it was just the way he speaks. Good old Dudley Dave. Right, okay. I had other things to talk about as well. What else did I want to talk about? Somebody remind me what I wanted to talk about. I don't know. It's gone. Totally gone. I'll just wing it. Because this has gone more about content creation on YouTube than what goes on my channel. Right, what are we doing here? How long have we been... How long have we been going? It's something I've always been curious about. Everybody that's in the chat, how many people are in the chat now? 100 and something-ish, maybe? Let me have a quick check. Whoops. Creaky Blinder. Do. 136 people. That's pretty high. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. I'm seeing a lot of new names as well. Retro Game Bloke, Eddie Bravo. Yeah, I've made a video about. I've made 2 videos actually about Eddie Bravo, both in the same week. Because he's another one who is how can I put this delicately? He's very special. Is Mr. Bravo. Diffraction is the topic of the day. Yeah, I know. It just goes to prove what Nathan Oakley is like. He wouldn't answer the question because, as Kat said, he didn't have his mute button, did he? Ah, Swagatha Christie, my favourite name on YouTube. How are you? Are you a man or a woman, Swagatha Christie? Not that it makes any difference, I'm just curious. I bet you're a guy, aren't you? Oh yeah, Radical. If only I had a view counter in OBS. You're right. Let me see if I can fix that while I'm talking to you, good people. You good people. Radical, can you send me the link to try and fix that on the Q&A page in Discord, please? You asked Nathan Oakley what it was, Drunk Monkey, and you were kicked off. Yeah, I actually got kicked off a Flat Earth channel yesterday. My first boot. I was quite proud. Hang on a sec. I'll loop. Are you going to do paranormal conspiracies? 100%. I'm going to have a look at paranormal conspiracies. Hang on. I gotta flee. Right. Viewers. Refresh. See? Right. 142 people watching. Is that right, people? I'm a guy, says Swagger Christie. I'm not even British. I'm an American working on getting my citizenship. Awesome. There we are. 142 people. Thank you. Watch. Oh my god. This delay does my nut in. Right, so Team Skeptic is asking me what channel. Now you're interested. What was I talking about when you were what were you Oh right, the channel I was kicked off. I'll tell you now, Team Skeptic. He was a guy with Brian Shannon, $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. Was there a message to go with that super chat? No message, just a $2 super chat. Thank you, pal. It's appreciated massively. Right, okay. Hello from the valleys, Creaky. Hello, Bolter99. A lot of people seem to think I'm from the valleys, but I'm not. Right, yeah, I got it. I'm going to find it now, Team Skeptic. It was, he was a black guy with really long dreadlocks, and he was banging on about that how without him, Patricia Steer, Mark Sargent, and Globus, now none of them would have any subscribers without them. And he sends everyone. He's all about community and sharing, and he sends people to other people's channels, and they can't do the same for him. And he said these people have got hundreds of viewers in their live feeds, and it's all thanks to him. And whenever he goes live, he's got 5,000 plus viewers. And when he said that, I noticed that he only had 55 viewers. So I said, if you've usually got I thought it was funny anyway. I said to him, if you've usually got 5,000 subscribers, where are the other 4,445 of them now? And he really didn't like that. He timed me out and started ripping on me. And then when he did look like Lenny Kravitz S2000. And then when I tried to say something again, I just got banned really, really quickly. When was that? That was, I will find it for you now. Ding. The channel is called Question Everything, Team Skeptic. So I don't know if you want to have a look at it yourself, but was it Fred? I don't. Polster X. I've only seen Fred in. It may well have been, but he was really, really angry in this video. He was proper kicking off. I don't get. There we are. This is there we are. Earlier on today, Conspiracy Cat posted on his Twitter feed that he was only, I think he said 12 subs away from hitting 20k. And I just put up a little post on Twitter saying, you know, go and subscribe to Conspiracy Cats. He's only 12 away from 20,000. And in the post, I actually said it's a shame that flat earthers don't understand the value of community in the same way we value community. And within, I don't know, 15 minutes, he passed 20k. If you ask people for help and you're not a complete knob jockey, then they will help you. I don't get it. Right, okay. Yeah, so that's what it was. It was question everything. I don't know if his name is Fred or who he is. Not sure. Right, okie dokie. So, more questions in the Discord. Oh no, I've answered that one. With my terrible, laughable... I actually saw something. I was looking on... I spend an obscene amount of time looking at hats on Amazon and eBay, because I don't know if any of you've noticed, but I got a bit of a thing for hats. And I came across a hat pin, and it was a Creaky Blinders razor blade, which I thought was really cool. So I'm quite tempted to get that. Right. What time is it now? God, we've been going an hour already. I could talk a glass eye to sleep, couldn't I, if I find the right thing? Question right, 79. Hello, 790. How are you, sir? You've been quite silent for a while. Hope everything's okay, mate. I've missed you. Question everything was waffling about the New Zealand. Yeah, I'm not even going to say that phrase, but I did see the... Obviously, I've seen it, 790. Yeah, I was all about wanting to make a video on that exact topic, but after what happened with the Russian video about the London incident, I'm not going to bother, because, like I say, I don't want to be putting 6 to 8 hours into a video and uploading it, getting the views, just to have it demonetized because the person I've chosen to make a video about is an absolute dicktard. Sorry, guys. Let me just reply. So there we have it. I'm not zoning out, guys, or ignoring you. I'm, yeah, exactly, Team Skeptic, and that's exactly what I mean. It's got to the point now where, there we are. Team Skeptic, you've just reminded me of something I wanted to address in this feed, right? And it is something that's quite important. It's important whether you're a content creator or whether you're a viewer. Right, so I haven't got all the information on this now, right? I've only got snippets, things I found out that cause me to be concerned. So, for example, the comment section and the chat in live feeds like this. Now, I have, and call me a miserable old man, I don't care, but I've now added every swear word I can think of to the blocked words section on my channel, because there's a real grey area around profanity as well. Now, I choose not to swear in my videos. I don't care if people swear, it makes no difference to me. I swear in real life, obviously, we all do. But I want to try and eliminate as many of the variables that may cause my channel to be affected as possible. So, if you try to type a swear word into my comment section now, I think it's getting dumped into the spam folder, which I don't check every day. I check it now and again. So if any of you are commenting and I'm not answering you as quickly or as actively as I used to, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I'm not seeing them. Yeah, and that wasn't an invitation for everyone to start swearing in the side chat. Guys, please don't. Yeah, do what Turquoise Laura just said. Have a look at my merchandise. There's always one who can find something. Touche, Florence Goma. Right. Paul Mills. Brian Shannon, you're moving on up. How do you mean, Brian? You mean my subscriber count? Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm Scottish, swearing is basic convo. Oh, dear me. Right then, so let's have a look. There's another question. Yuri said I need a Russian hat. I did have one. No, that's it's now become a Daniel Pratt hat, which is why you'll never see me wearing it. But I did have one of those for the really cold weather, but I'll never wear it again now, thanks to Mr. Pratt. What's a MAGA hat? William Signs. I don't know what that is. No, I only like a couple of style, like fedoras. The ones I had on in this week's video, they're known as a slouch, and I like newsboy hats, Creaky Blinders hats. And a few people have asked me, did I start wearing them because I saw them in the Creaky Blinders? No, I didn't. I've worn these for years and years. I think that the writers of the Creaky Blinders saw me and thought, oh yeah, no, those are the hats that they're going to have to wear. Swagatha Christie, you didn't answer mine. Ah, right, sorry, Swagatha Christie. The admins must have missed that one. The moderators, sorry. You didn't answer mine. If you game, or I don't own a console, nothing. I never play games. I just don't get the time. And I don't know if it's an age thing, but I haven't got the patience. I used to enjoy it when I was younger. I used to like a lot of driving games, and I used to like Grand Theft Auto, all that kind of thing. But I don't game Swagatha Christie, I'm afraid, not at all. A few people have mentioned Twitch to me. They say I should stream to Twitch as well as YouTube, but that just sounds really complicated, and as you can all see, I have enough trouble making the streams watchable as it is. Right, by order of the Creaky Blinder. Yeah, Paul Mills. I tried, there's a guy on YouTube, and he's a Welsh guy, Schaefer Bates. I'm sure some of you will have seen his channel, and he's an impressionist, and he does wicked work. He's absolutely amazing. And I did message him because I've got him as a friend on Facebook, and I have chatted to him, you know, before he started to get a bit of traction, but he doesn't reply anymore. And I asked him if he could, if anybody's familiar with the Peaky Blinders, there's the famous scene where Arthur Shelby, where they're in the club and Arthur Shelby is, he's talking into the big old-fashioned microphone and he says, by order of the Peaky Blinders. And I asked Schaefer Bates if he would record me a soundbite saying, subscribe to this channel by order of the Creaky Blinder in Arthur Shelby's voice, but he never got back to me. So if anybody knows any impressionists who would do that for me, yeah, get them to do it, because I like stuff like that. It's all these little things that make things fun. Right, I'm missing stuff now. I'm missing questiones. Oh, hang on. Right, thank you, Radical. You know all the answers to all my questions. I can't even remember asking that one and you still sent me an answer to it, so thank you, sir. Right, questions in the Discord. I'm not saying that out loud, Andy Flatter. I'm not sure about that, Radical. Not sure about that at all. I have no idea. Most peculiar. Look, a pig says, I will sit you down one day and we will solve that. Solve what, Look, a pig? What did I say that needs solving? It could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Excuse me while I puff. Conspiracy Cats, hi Del. There's no way Del is in your Conspiracy Cats. Surely not. Deathpool Wilson. Right, pal? Alright, yeah, I see now, Brainy. Conspiracy Cat said hello to you. Brainy, you didn't answer my question earlier. Do you want to be a guest on one of the Sunday episodes at some point? I know there's a time difference, but we'll work something out. AB Science, hello sir, how are you? What have you missed? Not a lot. I've just been completely rambling and talking nonsense as usual. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Anywho. It's a Podell. Yeah, alright. Do you mean Conspiracy Cats is asking what are my views on aliens? Do you know, I don't know, Conspiracy Cats, what my views are. I certainly don't believe that aliens have ever been to Earth. But are there other intelligent life forms? I don't know. My thought process is it feasible that Earth is the only planet in the vastness of space that's got intelligent life, well, semi-intelligent life on it? I don't know. I don't know. And I'm always a bit dubious about talking about that sort of thing. Because, obviously everyone's opinions about everything differ massively. And that's just what I think. I don't know. Maybe they are out there, maybe they're not. But I certainly don't think they've ever been to Earth. And I definitely don't think that they were on Earth thousands of years ago and mated with human beings and made a hybrid race of humanoid lizard people. Awesome. Thank you for the super chat, Brainy Beaver. You didn't have to do that just to tell me yes. You could have messaged me in the Discord. But thank you, sir. You're a legend. Yeah, we'll definitely do it. We'll definitely do it. Oh, Pine Snake. Hello. Right, aliens. Why is that aliens one being... This is so confusing. There's things now being held for review. Excuse you for what, Pine Snake? Did you do a body burp? I didn't hear it, and I can't smell it either, so you're all good, mate. Radical hid his spaceship in the garage. Or as Stewie Griffin would say, in the garage. That is not scientifically possible. What isn't, William Science? Ah, right, for two species to breed. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh, yeah, Turquoise Laura, you're right. It could be that. Yeah. Can the, No, I don't... Hang on a second. Space Ghost, what are your thoughts on a recent news article about possibly travelling back in time? Is that a thing? I've not seen that article, but I'd be interested to have a look at it. Super Ghost UK, you can email it to me if you like. thecreakyblinder@gmail.com. I'm always interested to look at things, because in spite of my channel making fun of some conspiracy theories and the stupid things that flat earthers say, I'm open to any possibility as long as it's reasonable and provable. Triac 666. How are you this evening, young man? Don't be taking the mickey out of us lizard people. Sorry, mate. Travel back in time. Yeah, exactly. Of course time travel's possible. Anti-flatters, it's already Monday for him. It's still only, what time is it? It's only 10 to 9 on Sunday. He's living in the future already. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so to go back miles, whoever asked me earlier on what other things am I interested in looking at, there's loads. Absolute buttloads. Like I say, I shared in the side chat earlier, you can scroll back and have a look at it if you missed it, of some of the conspiracy channels I intend to look at. But like I say, I will be a lot more cautious going forward, because I'm not having my videos get demonetized because of things that some other idiots say. But, you know, it is what it is. Right, so what was that? Archie Roach asks, what did you think of Logan Paul's troll on Flurfs? I thought it was awesome. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Can you imagine? They must have been absolutely furious, absolutely livid, spitting feathers, because they, I welcome back Marvel Girl, because they, part of me wonders, were they in on it, and that it was just a way of publicizing their own cause. Because I did a video, didn't I? Was it last week, or was it the week before, about the preview to the Logan Paul documentary, and I actually said that I wanted to go on record as saying that he is 100% without a doubt trolling them. Absolutely certain of it. And Greater Sapien said exactly the same thing. And, you know, I'm assuming that we've all seen the documentary, you know, and yeah, he was trolling them. But you could see it, because even when they were filming, he couldn't keep a straight face, and the bad acting, and it was just nonsense from start to finish. And the thing is, despite what you think of Logan Paul, he knows how to work the YouTube system. The guy has made millions and millions of dollars. So yeah, you watched it today, Planet Walk, so you're a sensible guy. You can see straight away that it was nothing more than, basically what it was, how can I say this without sounding like a dick? It was like a really elaborate version of one of our videos. You know, we are mocking them. Okay, none of us have ever gone to the extreme of pretending to believe in flat Earth, because I don't want anyone thinking I'm stupid. But it was so obvious. It was so obvious. But anyway, Pine Snake says, wherever the batshit crazies try to hide, the Creaky Blinder will be there to put it to shame. I'll try to be, Pine Snake. I will try to be. It's I just enjoy doing it, and yeah, Radical, you're absolutely right there. Speaking of strict YouTube rules, he's broken most of them, but yet he's still on the channel. He still has a channel on the platform, and the reason for that is obvious. It's because of the amount of revenue he generates for them as a company. If somebody makes you that much money, you're going to be a little bit more lenient with what they do and say. For example, can you ever imagine... There we are. Some people will be... Actually, I'd be amazed if not every single person... How many people are you on? 126 people. I'll be amazed if any of you don't know who PewDiePie is. Now, he's not my cup of tea. I watch the occasional PewDiePie video if I've got 5 minutes to kill, because sometimes he can be funny, but his target audience is sort of teenage kids. And I haven't been a teenage boy for a long time. But he's getting up towards 100 million subscribers, and his videos, he launches a video and within 30 minutes his views are up into the, you know, the 1.5 to 2 million region. Now, he's obviously making a buttload of money off YouTube and brand deals and merchandise and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So can you imagine him ever being demonetized or kicked off the platform? I don't think so. He's too valuable an asset to them as a business. To Renata, you don't know who PewDiePie really. There's always one. You really don't know who PewDiePie is. Planet Walk, if you subscribe to PewDiePie, you become 9 years old. Yeah, exactly. Because that's kind of his target demographic, isn't it? From, you know, really young kids. And, you know, this battle, you know, PewDiePie versus T-Series, he's milking it for all it's worth. You know, since the whole PewDiePie versus T-Series things has come along, I think he's picked up like another 25 million subscribers by playing the system. By playing the system. Oh, another super chat. Paul Mills. Thank you, Paul Mills. No message, but thank you. Well, Renata, I cannot believe you haven't heard of PewDiePie. AB Science doesn't know either. AB Science, you just asked me something, didn't you, mate? And I didn't address it. William Science says I should change my name to PewDiePie. Yeah, I probably should. You would have thought about starting your channel pretending to be a flirt, but decided against it. Yeah, you did a video, didn't you? And I was in it, and it was about the musical instruments. It was very funny. But I kind of see where you're coming from, because that sort of thing, it would be difficult to maintain. You know, how people like Nathan Oakley and Sleeping Warrior, Phuket Word, how they all continually pretend to believe in flat Earth is completely beyond me. Because let's be honest, they do. They do. PewDiePie is the personification of the internet. Yeah, he is radical. Flat out. Do you know, that's just giving me an idea plan of what flat out would be awesome to have on here on a Sunday. Phil, what was that? Phil Holland, maybe we should create the Creaky Blinder Bitcoin. That would get lots of investors. Yes, Renata, that is far more important to know who I am than to know who PewDiePie is. I agree with you 100%. And by the way, the t-shirt looked awesome as well. You're the first person that's ordered a coloured one. The Flat Hard Friday t-shirt. Right. Doovie bro, talking to PewDiePie, just made me check his account. He took a pop of Flat Earthers yesterday and got 4.8 million views. See? I wonder if PewDiePie wants to be a guest on Creaky Blinder Live, or if he wants to do a collaboration. Can you imagine that? That would be cool. Team Skeptic, you're back, sir. You are 9 years old, you like PewDiePie. I didn't say I didn't like him. I just said he's not. Sometimes I find him really funny. Sometimes he just isn't funny to me. But I don't know. Jim Bozo Bijou, you should ask Slice Bar Kane on the show. His bendy water test will be very interesting. Oh dear me, there will never, ever be a flat earther on this show. Absolutely no way. Radical. Yeah, shall I ask him? Shall I email PewDiePie and ask him if he wants to be on the Creaky Blinder Live? Can you imagine how awesome that would be? Right now, what's going on over here? Team Skeptic, you've been working and listening. I forget, it's daytime, isn't it? What time is it where you are now, Team Skeptic? Mid-afternoon? Swagatha Christie asks me, did I see the Reds Rhetoric debate breaking down the walls of light? Yeah, I did. And interestingly enough, that same day, he had been harassing me on Discord, trying to get me to debate them. And he just wouldn't take no for an answer. And I was, you know, I was polite. I wasn't rude. I didn't shout or swear. I didn't do anything like that. I just said, look, I've got no interest in debating. That's not my thing. That's not what I, you know. And then it was like, oh, you can't debate me because you're too stupid and blah, blah, blah. And it's, no. How many people has Simon Dan debated? None. Does that make Dan stupid? Absolutely not, because he isn't. Fight the Flat Earth. Oh, Craig loves a debate, and he's good at it. Really good at it. I love watching Fight the Flat Earth debate people. They've just got so much patience with it, but the Reds Rhetoric debate between him and, was it Behind the Wall or Beyond the Wall of Lies? It was just classic because he was just talking total crap. Total and utter crap. So I have no doubt he will message me again. Well, he can try to. Message me again asking me to debate, but I will never debate anyone because that's not what I'm here to do. I started my channel to do exactly what I do. I don't want to debate anyone. I will not argue with a flat earther. I don't even reply to any of their comments. So, yeah, that's that. I'm sure I just missed another thingamajigamy, what's it? It's a minute after 4 in Texas. And somebody said something about flat out. Was it Heat Shield? Do you know how to get hold of flat out? I can message him on Twitter, Heat Shield, but I've got no other way of getting hold of him. But flat out's hysterical. He is absolutely hysterical. I think if he was ever to come on here, that might be the closest I will ever get to having an alleged flat earther. We all know what flat out does, but I think that potentially could be funny, as long as he promises to wear his tinfoil hat. Creaky Blinder meme review. Yeah. 4 PM, Team Skeptic. Yeah. You were Texas as well, aren't you? That's the thing. I've been getting a lot of. Oh, thank you, Super Ghost UK. I'll take a look at that later. I've been getting some messages. People, not complaining, but saying, why have I changed my my premiere time to 10:30 UK time? And the reason I've done it is simple. It's because I've looked at my analytics, and more than 60% of my audience are in the United States. And based on what Heat Shield and Team Skeptic have just told me now, so what time is it? It's 9 now, so they're 5 hours behind me. So I was premiering at 7:30, so 7. So 2:30 in the afternoon in the States isn't really an ideal time for a premiere. And Friday, not so much, because I didn't know that Red's Rhetoric was going to be debating. And my premiere directly clashed with that. But it is what it is, you know, it's going to happen. But on Tuesday, the Creaky Weekly episode, I had nearly double the number of people watching the premiere, so that's why I've changed my premiere time to 10:30 GMT. And that leads me on to another question. I know this is only how many people have we got? 124 people, so I know this is only a small sort of section of my subscribers, but do you like the fact that I premiere both my videos? Do I need to premiere every episode? Should I premiere one or the other, or premiere them every few weeks, or what should I do? I've picked up quite a few subscribers during this live stream, which is always awesome. Yeah, you did, Radical. And interestingly, put my false teeth back in. And interestingly enough, on Friday, I had 66 viewers during my live premiere. We should look into that, shouldn't we? 66. Anti-Flat, do you like my premiere? Yeah, and there we are. New Zealand is a perfect example. Now, so it's 10 AM there now, so you are 13 hours. Yeah, Team Skeptic, I agree with you 100%, and that's exactly why I do it. But what I'm mindful of is overdoing it, if that makes sense, and people getting fed up with Plan of Hawk, wait, you are false teeth. Only the one. Only the one. Look after your teeth, kids, because once they're gone, you can't get them back. You actually had 69 viewers, Radical. That's a good number. Excellent number, in fact. Definitely better than 66. Right. What was that then? So yeah, so Plan of Hawk, only the one, I'm afraid. Right, Paul X. My only issues with premieres is I see them in my notifications and think, great, the new Creaky video, then I realise it's not until later. But when I catch them, it's cool to have a live chat. Yeah, I know, and that's why I've been premiering them all. Premiering? That's why I've been doing it that way for all my videos, because people do seem to like the interaction, and I think that's what's helped me integrate into the community I've become part of. I think it makes it a bit more personable, because if you're just dumping videos on YouTube and saying, yeah, watch this guys, and hit like and thumbs up and down and this, that, then I think it's not as personal anymore. 66 is just 69 being naughty. I like it. Right, what's going on? There we are. What's going on with the Discord? Yeah, I've seen that question there. Alan Evans, thank you very much, sir. And there's the message of Super Ghost UK. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a look at that Super Ghost, because do I think Conspiracy Cats looks like Carl Pilkington? Not really, no. The only similarity I can see is that they're both bald, but then again, so am I. So what can I say about it? Did I hear the Baldy Cats reached 6,900 subs? Has he really, Planolog? That's awesome. 20k on Conspiracy Cats channel and 6,900 on Baldy Cats. He's such a nice guy as well, and like I said right at the beginning of the stream, he asked me to collaborate with him, and like I said, without him there would be no Creaky Blinder. Well, there would be a Creaky Blinder channel, but it wouldn't have as many subscribers as it has. Right, I'm missing questions now. Pine said, I think as long as you think what you're doing is right, then that will show in your work. I'm not sure what that relates to, Pine Snake. Are we still talking about the premieres? Because I do that because I enjoy it. I enjoy the interaction. Adam L, and it gives people the opportunity to send super chats. It does, and that's very kind of people, Adam. Team Skeptic, what did you say then? What people don't realise is before premieres, creators would just schedule and upload time. The premiere actually informs the viewer of the information they weren't privy to previously. Yeah, that's exactly right. So you're pre-warning. Right, sorry, yeah, Pine Stick. I thought that's what it might have been, and yeah, I agree with you. I'll keep doing it as long as I feel. And the thing is, I suppose I'll know if people are getting fed up of the premieres because they just won't be there, will they? Team Skeptic, yeah, it is a good thing for everyone, and yeah, I hadn't really thought about it that way, to be honest, until you brought it up now. But yeah, before, you would literally, you'd upload your video, schedule it to be live at 9 p.m, and then you would just hope that that people were going to be there. But premieres pre-warn them that they're going to be there, so you would expect there to be a viewership. So yeah. Super Ghost UK says, coming from another hair challenge person, us bald people need to stick together against these hairy tyrants. I'm not bald anyway, I've just got a very high forehead. I gotta take my hat off, guys, it's boiling in this room. Oh, well, I filed that on the floor. Yeah, Super Ghost, I'm not bald, I've just got a big forehead. Right. Is anyone fed up of me yet? I've been going... How long have I been going? Half 7. I've been going an hour and a half. Don't be afraid to tell me if you are. I won't cry for long. I've got so engrossed in the conversation that I forgot to put the chat on the screen. Just to show that I don't break everything and I can actually work OBS, or this bit of OBS, reasonably well. Have you seen the original SpongeBob movie? I have, Plan a Walk, actually. I quite like a cartoon. I watched Hotel Transylvania today when I was in work. Because I'm a real grown-up. Right, okay. What else have we got? Oh. If I play that now, Plan a Walk, will everyone be able to hear it? Is that what you want me to do? Yeah? No? Somebody's asking. Creamy, smooth, or chunky peanut butter? Smooth. Obviously. Thank you, Look a Pig. The thing is, I know there's people out there that are willing to help me, like Look a Pig and Radical, my favourite Dutchman. But I don't like asking. I feel like I'm making a nuisance of myself and like I should know this stuff. Actually, no, I'm not. Plan a Walk. And now I'm Googling it. I don't look anything like that. He's got a jake. Oh, that's just rude. Oh, dear me. Right. What are we doing now? Oh. Right, hang on, I'm losing my place in the chat now. Triac 666, the new beta version of the pick I did will be ready tomorrow. Why am I typing that reply? I can just say it. Thank you, Triax. And as soon as you send it to me, I will print it off and I will put it in a frame like the one that was done for me by Oswald Greco. It's awesome. I like it when people send me stuff. And I don't mean stuff that they've had to buy, and I'm not like a knobhead or nothing. It's just, you know, if somebody draws a picture of me and sends it to me, it's awesome. It's just, it makes me laugh. Right. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Beware of Radical the Unhallowed Knight. He is a Trojan horse. He just wants your material. Oh, dear me. I'm going to play it.
Okay, Google. So, the Creaky Blinder wants to know, what is the plural of premiere?
According to Word Hippo, the plural form of premiere is premieres.
So there we are. That answered that question. And sorry, Radical, if you didn't want me to play it. I'm going to have to put one of my Google Home Minis in this room. Pine Snake, have you ever been a tattooist? I haven't, Pine Snake, no. And a lot of people ask me if I have because I've got a lot of tattoos. But no, sadly I haven't. But my sister, I haven't got a sister. My son's sister-in-law is an incredibly talented tattoo artist. She's absolutely phenomenal. And one day maybe I'll show you some pictures of work that she's done. Right. Alibaba 128T47. That's a bit of a mouthful. Hey, the Creaky Blinder. I love your voice and accent. Can you make an audiobook mocking flat earthers for 2 hours? That would be great. Hang on, somebody else just asked me a question as well. Sorry, guys. I'm so shit at keeping track of the questions. I suppose sorry, Alibaba, I don't know. Could I? Maybe. Hey Creaky, I have psoriasis. Can I have a tattoo? I believe you can, as long as it's not too close to the area that's affected. King of Dalriada, is it? I really think I need new glasses. I'm thinking about getting my logo in one hand and Team Skeptic. Yeah, do it, Team Skeptic. Because this... Where are we? See that skull there? That's part of the logo from my business, which doesn't give away what it is or where it is, so I don't mind showing you. But yeah, do it. Do it. Do it. Meridian asks, is there another group I would like to make videos about? As I said earlier, Meridian, I'm open to making videos about anything. I think it says in my own YouTube description. I'm going to have to look now just to make sure, but I'm sure it's set, and I'm not sure, that's why I'm looking. It says, if I think it's silly, I'm making a video about it. Flat Earth, conspiracies, and anything else I think is ridiculous. So, to answer your question, yeah, there is plenty of other things I intend to make videos about. Yeah, definitely do that, Team Skeptic. That would be awesome. I would watch a live stream of you getting tattooed. 100% I would. It would be epic. Look, a pig wants me to say, okay, Google, search for fluffy pigs. Fluffy pigs just look like sheep. That's what just came up on my phone. It looks like a pig-sheep hybrid. That's worrying. Oh, dear me. Right, okay, so what we got going over here? Stringer News, that is nothing to do with being a Patreon of mine. That is just a separate, if you look in my section of the Discord server, you'll see my rooms, and one of them says live stream Q&A. It's purely set up so that the admins can feed me questions so that I don't have to keep looking away from the screen, which I just can't resist doing because I'm way too nosy. So it's nothing to do with the one that you should have access to is Creaky's Patreon chat. And if you haven't, let me know and I'll make sure that I assign you the role so that you're in there. But Look, a Pig has done some work with me on setting up my Patreon page so that if somebody becomes a Patreon at the level required, it's basically all of them except the $1 level. If you join the Patreon, you should, I think Look a Pig, you can correct me in the chat if I'm not right. Was it after the first payment run that they get that access? I don't know. I don't know. But if I'm wrong, just let me know, stringer one, and I will add it for you. No problem at all, pal. No problem. Dim problem. Right, how many people are watching this nonsense right now? Still 121 people here, so I haven't bored you all to death. They and them, what's the obsession with bacon? I've been meaning to ask you this, and in the presence of 120 odd people seems like an appropriate time to do it. There we are, everyone. Look a Pig has just said, well, not everyone, it was Stringer One News that asked, or Stringer News One. Look a Pig just said in the side chat, which I think it was what I thought, is, yeah, on the first payment cycle, you will get updated, and you will then have access to the Patreon only section of my Discord server. Right, how many people in the side chat that are here now? Let me rephrase that question. I knew what I wanted to ask, but the words came out in the wrong order. Is it your first time here? Are you a new subscriber, or have you just never watched any of my live streams before? Let's see a show of hands in the side chat. Gary Lowe, I haven't noticed you tonight, mate. It's the Bacon Breakfast Club. I do like me some bacon, I gotta be honest. I do. Most definitely. Have I noticed that most of the continents are shaped like a bacon rasher? No, I can't say that I have. Oh, Retro Game Bloke, first live stream. How long have you been watching Retro Game Bloke? Jeremy Skelton says he's here for my dreamy voice. Yeah, of course you are. I'm sure people only watch me to see how badly I do it. When I had Greater Sapien and Super Ghost UK, first live stream, and he only subbed earlier on, thanks to Conspiracy Cats. See? Thanks to Conspiracy Cats. Again, I owe that guy a lot. Team Skeptic, the owner of the tattoo shops, wants to do a bunch of scientific genius portraits as a leg sleeve. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So you've been lurking, Gary Lowe, so you have been your Bob the Science Guy. How are you, sir? Nice to have you here. Bob, I know you weren't here earlier on, but, and I'm not even sure if you've watched any of my streams before, but what I do is, this week it's just me talking nonsense. Next week I'll have a guest. Week after, just me. Week after that, I'll have a guest. And I'm putting together a list of people I'd like to pull on with me. I don't know how well this sort of time. I've been going now since 7:30 GMT. I usually start at 7, and if you're the same as everyone else in the chat, you're 5 hours behind. I don't know if that time works for you on a Sunday, but I'd love to have you join me one Sunday for just a chat. I don't talk about anything in particular. I'm not sure if you saw the stream I did with Radical, but we didn't talk about anything in particular. We just had a bit of fun and had a conversation, and that's kind of the way I like it to go. So if you are interested, Dr. Bob, it would be amazing to have you join me one Sunday. There we are, sure thing. Awesome. So, I'll just message you on... I don't think you follow me on Twitter. I know we're in the group together, but if you want to follow me on Twitter, Bob, I can DM you then when the time is right. If that's okay, sir. Right then. Have you ever left the UK? Is that question addressed to me, Hayden Nyman? Shut up, Radical. I'm never going to live the headphone incident down, am I? Ever. Why did I do that? Why do I do these things? And more importantly, why do I do them on camera? So that people can make memes out of them before the stream is even finished. So, Hayden Nyman, was that question for me? Have I ever left the UK? Yes. Yeah, of course I have. Many times. Many, 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 many times. Am I going to Dallas in November? There's no way I'd be able to afford to do it, plan a walk. No way at all. It's just too expensive for me, mate. Plus, I'm afraid to fly. I do fly, but the shorter the distance, the better for me. And if you want to make fun of me because I'm afraid to fly, then make fun of me. I don't really care. And actually, to get technical about it, I'm not really afraid of flying. I'm afraid of crashing. It's the same as I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of the floor, because it's not the height that hurts you, it's the floor when you hit it. Oh, Dr. Bob, you were going to get spanned immediately. There will be a UK conference, AB Science. I'll be honest with you, AB Science, I'm not, I can pretty categorically say I will probably never go to a Flat Earth convention. Spanner. It is a spanner. All you Americans calling it a wrench. It's a spanner. A wrench is a different thing. Spanner. Spanner. Right then. So what else have we got going on here? Team Skeptic, we're going to be raising money for people who need help with travel. Thank you, mate, but no, I don't want to. I think it's like a 10-hour. No, Dallas is. So if you fly from the UK to, for example, New York, I think that's like a 9-hour flight. And if you fly to California, which is on the west coast, it is I think about a 12-hour flight. And is Dallas... I'm not overly familiar with where everything is. But isn't Dallas kind of somewhere in between? Or am I completely wrong, as usual? I said spanner, not spammer. Behave. Just swim to Greenland and walk through the Arctic Circle to Canada. Brainy will give you a ride to the border. Hike the Rockies south. Smoke signal me and I'll come and pick you up. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Whenever my wife and I go and book a holiday, obviously we fly, much to my dismay, but I always kind of have a look to see if it will be possible to get there sort of by car or by coach, but I never win. And I just go to the doctors and she prescribes me Valium and I take 2 to fly out and 2 to to fly back. Dallas is in the south. Is it? Sorry, Team Skeptic. I did say I wasn't overly familiar. Just being honest. Spammer. Try the 20-odd hour flight I have to take to get to the UK. Yeah, I know. It's a huge length of time on a plane. My two cousins both live... I know you live in Australia, Anti-Flatter, but my two cousins both live in Australia. And it's such a long flight. I can't think of anything worse than being on a plane for that length of time. Hello, Fletcher Eisler. Yeah, Brian, a monkey wrench. Now, that's a thing in the UK. But it's not the same as a spanner. Plan a walk. Would I ever go into space if I got the chance? Can I get to space without flying? Plan a walk. Oh, dear me. Curve pimp. Crap, I thought it was a spork. A spork is a cross between a spoon and a fork, isn't it? What's the purple stuff I'm drinking? Summer fruits. Squash. You don't call it squash in America, do you? Do you Americans know what squash is? And I already know what you're all going to say. Oh, hang on. Tommy Gronwald. Oh, it's going too quick. Skift knuckle. Did I say that right? Or anywhere close to being right? Skift knuckle. is Norwegian for you spanner. Did I say that right? And if it is, I'm going to use that. I love flying. I fell asleep on the plane. I was trying to watch Air Crash. I haven't watched Air Crash Investigation for years and years and years since I sort of developed my fear of flying. And I used to really enjoy it. Bob the Science Guy, you're actually a pilot, aren't you? Now, I've often had this theory that if I was allowed to drive the plane, I may not be as nervous because then I'd be in control. Thank you, Tommy. I'm glad it was close. I'll have to ask Radical out to teach me to teach me how to pronounce it correctly, and then I can use it in a video. What question was I just? Yeah. Sorry, everyone. I'm losing my place again. Dread Cleaver, do a Mr. T on you to get you there. Well, that's pretty much what happens to me anyway. Like I say, I go to the doctors. Oh, super chat from... Who's that from? Go back to the big screen. JR Perez, $2. Every little bit helps. I love your channel. I'll thank you, JR Perez. That's really kind of you. I'm so easily distracted. What was I just saying? Let me have a thinking puff. I just asked the Google girl. I could always ask my dad if he could... Oh, that's right, Plan Walk. You are Wolfie's son, aren't you? It's official because a flat earther said it. Do you know, I'm surprised, Plan Walk, nobody's made a video about McFlatty yet. I think I want to make a video about McFlatty. Yeah, Brian Shannon's just answered that. A hybrid of every pumpkin since Thanksgiving Day. Yeah. And yeah, so that's what Americans think of as squash. But in the UK, this is squash. You put a little bit in your glass, and then you fill the glass all the way up to the top with water. So, would you guys call it fruit cordial? Swag of the Christie. Creaky Blinder, I'm not afraid of flying. But good luck getting me on a cruise ship after the last boat. The thing is, though, Swagger Christie, you can swim, but you can't fly. And that's the difference. Right. Super Ghost UK nerd question time. If you could, which fictional universe would you live in? Star Wars or Star Trek? 100% Star Wars. Because Star Trek is pants. Star Wars is awesome. I am a real Star Wars guy. Absolutely. Oh, Sue Pinter. Good evening, Sue. One of my Patreons. Fruit Punch. Sue, you are Australia, if I remember correctly. How big is the delay that questions I asked like 10 minutes ago are getting answered now? See, thank you, Turquoise Laura. I have just seen that in the Discord. I asked for that, really, didn't I? Archie Roach, do I suffer from short-term? I'm actually midway through the Archie Roach, I have got the worst memory in the world. I can be sitting in my living room and I'll think, I'll just pop to the kitchen, and by the time I get to the kitchen, I can't remember why I've gone there. So, possibly, I think I'm a candidate for Alzheimer's. Adam L asks, do I think McFlatty is flat out? No, as far as I can tell, McFlatty is just another dime bar from the flat earth universe, from Flataria. Somebody left me a comment the other day and give me some feedback in the chat, saying that my channel was highly offensive, and even though he thinks my videos are funny and well made, he's no longer gonna, he won't watch my videos as long as I call my Friday show Flat Hard Friday, because that term is deeply offensive. And he even said he wasn't a flat earther. Is it? I know it's a play on words, and you know what I'm getting at, but is it offensive, and should I change it? What are you going to measure on the screen, Adam Al? The delay? I think the delay is about 30 seconds, because I've got my my OBS open on the monitor directly in front of me, and the monitor to that way is where I've got the feed and the chat, and I can see. So if I raise my hand now, and then one. I haven't frozen. 20 seconds-ish. So it's not as bad as I thought. But there we go. But I will put the chat back on the screen, because then you can all see it on the screen and you haven't just got to watch it. Heat Shield says... Right, let me just address that. Joel Algear. Yeah, that is offensive, but that's not what I'm saying, is it? It's just the last 4 letters. Heat Shield. Creaky Blinder. Look at all his videos and go through the comments. McFlatty is just playing around. Trust me on this one. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Who knows? It's difficult to say. Note the name as well. Call them Flat Puppets instead. Call it Flatulous Friday. If Flat Dad offends. Well, I don't have a problem with it, and I will continue to use the word Flat Dad. Ask yourself this. What is the definition of Flat Dad? And my some SJWs will find it offensive. Radical, what's that clock for? Is that a polite way of telling me I've been going on too long? Don't change it for those who can't deal with something so little, Turquoise Laura says. Yeah, I agree with you, but again, I go back to my earlier point about YouTube really tightening up on the way channels behave. So I don't know. But it is only one person that's ever said it to me that directly. Johnny Ragadoo. Raga, that's a cool name as well. I was thinking of just like Flat Fridays. Just make it simple, but, you know, as some of you have said, should I change it just because one person has complained about it? Probably not. Ah, very clever, Radical. So you were going to let me know exactly what the delay is. String a new spatially challenge. Yuri Alaxi, I use Flat Art because my favorite YouTube says Flat Art. Oops. Uh-oh. Spadudio. Nearly hit the wrong button there. That could have been disastrous. Right, guys, I'm going to give it about another 15 minutes, then I'm going to start wrapping it up because I've just noticed that it is 9:45. It is nearly the Creaky Blinder's bedtime. That's just reminded me of something. I've had quite a few messages. Asking me about my hat. And people saying they'd like to buy the same hat. Now, as some of you will be aware, I sell merchandise. If I was to be able to source these hats, would anyone be interested in buying them? Genuinely. And I'm asking this for a good reason, because if I was to do it, then obviously I would have to outlay the money to buy them. And I can't just buy one or two. So if it's a genuine I know, again, you know, there's only, what are we on now? There's 120 people watching, so I know it's only a small cross section of my subscribers, but I've been asked that question quite a few times. Retro Game Bloke reminds you of your granddad's cap. I'm guessing that means you're really young then, Retro Game Bloke. There we are. Bob the Science Guy would buy one. Blair. I'm sure everybody that says yes, now I'm going to take it. Yuri, they would be about £30, so that's what they would be. String of news. No, I've still got hair. I used to wear hats when I had hair. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's where my hair went. It felt unwanted and unrequired, so it disappeared. Tommy says, Tommy Gronwald, I'm also bald, but with a bit too big and outstanding ears. I just can't wear hats. Anyone can wear hats, Tommy. You've just got to find the right style. Anyone can be a hat guy. Johnny Ragadoo, the Creaky Blinder would make a nice statement at the Dallas conference. I'm not sure. I know what making a statement is, obviously, but I'm not going to be at the Dallas conference. Bob, the science guy, I have adult hair, the shimmy kind. Do you know, Bob, I've often wondered, and I've said so many times I'm going to do it. I shave my head every day. I have to keep this lovely shininess the way I like it. And I've wondered what my hair would look like if I ever attempted to grow it back. I probably never will. Hats don't make you lose hair. Thank God for that. My mother used to say it was because I was getting my hair cut too often, but I don't think that's right either. I think it's just, this male pattern baldness is hereditary, yeah? Nobody in my family's bald. My grandfather died when he was just coming up to 90, and he had a full head of hair. My dad is 75, full head of hair. Super Ghost UK, hat conspiracy theory confirmed, hats hate hair. I'm going to make a video about it. Definitely. Hats don't make you lose hair. I would need to... I do not wear hat, but I would start as a matter of advocacy. Thank you, Blair. Would they be monogrammed with your name or channel logo? I probably could get that done. Who just asked me that? Swagatha Christie. I probably could get that done. That's what I was thinking, see, to make them. Obviously, I would have to send them out myself, so, you know, I would have to account for that as well. But, you know, I could get them. I could get them embroidered with, I don't know, the Creaky Blinder or something like that. Sean McGill, do I take after my mother? I do actually, mate. Yeah, I'm a dead ringer for my mother. And no, my mother isn't bald and has a beard. But, yeah. Plan a walk. How long is it until I get out of hair? I'm going to be killing it in about 10 minutes, plan a walk. Because I am absolutely bursting for a pee. Chemtrails. Oh, dear me. Yeah, so like I say, I'm going to go for about another 10 minutes. So if there's any more questions, now is your final opportunity. Because I'm going to be departing very, very soon. Oh, hang on. AB Science. Male pattern baldness is a recessive gene carried in the... You can pass the one on the female side of family for becoming a parent. Yeah, but this is the thing. Nobody in my family on my mother's side or my dad's side were bald. That I can remember. I can remember my mother's grandfather, my great-grandfather being alive. And he had a lovely head of shiny grey hair. I have, anti-flatter, I have actually got a glass and it could come to that. So I honestly, shut up Douglas Smith, that's not going to help at all. On the brim like the razor blades, mentally dead. No, I don't think I could get away with that. I really don't think I could get away with that. Swagatha Christie, you are very welcome as always, and it always makes me smile when I see your name appear in the chat because it is a very clever name. I thought me being the Creaky Blinder because of the Peaky Blinders was clever, but Swagatha Christie is swaggy. Very swaggy. But if your mother's father had a fella... No, Brian, my mother's father would have been my maternal grandfather, wouldn't he? Because he was my mother's father. You mean my paternal grandfather? And he had even more hair. Honestly, there is nobody in my family that I can remember within my life that were bald. Not one single person, I swear. What causes white hairs? I don't know. Ask Dr. Bob if he's still here. Dr. Bob, what causes white hair? I can't wait to go grey. I think having a grey beard is going to be quite cool, quite distinguished. I've got a little bit of silver coming in by here now. Tommy Gronville, so I need a swaggy nickname then. No, you just need a nickname that's easier for me to say, Tommy, because I'm going to have to start calling you Tommy. Children. Yeah, Bob, they do, and actually, it could well be children that cause grey hair and baldness. I started going grey at 27. Yeah, I used to work with a guy and he'd been grey since he was 19. He started going grey when he was 19. Eric Barnett asks what was my first tattoo. I haven't even got my first tattoo anymore. I had it covered up a long time ago because I was underage when I had it done. So I lied about my age in the tattoo shop to get it done. And my mother really didn't want me to get a tattoo, so I sneaked off to get it done. And I thought it would be an excellent way to ease the amount of shouting to have "ma'am" in the tattoo, and it didn't work, and very quickly became an embarrassing tattoo, so I've not got it anymore. I've had it covered up. What skips generations, Eric? Baldness or greyness? God, grey hair at 17. Yeah, it can happen really young. Yeah, Tex Satan, the guy I used to work with, like I say, 19, I believe he said when he started, but he was like a proper silver fox, and he used to dye his hair jet black, and you always knew if he was skint because you could see his grey coming through because he couldn't afford to buy a box of hair dye. Space Ghost UK. Would I ever do one of those ancestry DNA test kits to see where your ancestors came from? I was surprised to see mine came from a mix of Scandi. I'd love to actually, yeah, but I'm scared I may find out I was adopted. No, not really. I would like to do it. I really would, because I think it would be a very, very interesting thing, because I'm Welsh. Technically I'm half English because I don't get into all this. I'm a third Welsh and a third English and a third Irish. Both my parents were born in Wales, but my dad's family are from County Durham, so they're English. So I'm not sure what percentage of me that makes English, but I don't get that whole, you know, oh, I'm half Welsh, half English, because I'm Welsh because I was born in Wales and I'm proud to be Welsh, even though we speak funny. Oh, somebody says no, don't do it, it's bollocks. Is that in relation to the ancestry DNA? Is there only 100 likes on the video, Turquoise Laura? That is absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. And there was 158 people, I think, at his peak before I bored 30 of them away. Yeah, like the video, guys. And yeah, I know there's 3/3 in a whole Ed. Did I only say 2/3? Radical, we don't have accents. I know, Radical, but everybody seems to be of the opinion that we do, and I think it's starting to rub off. I think I am now starting to believe that I actually have an accent. Anyway, everyone, thank you very, very much for watching. I'll just very quickly thank my super chatters before I go. William Signs, $10. Odd Levi, 100. Knock, that was Norwegian money, dollars, money. Brian Shannon, thank you. Brainy Beaver, thank you. Paul Mills, thank you. And JR Perez, thank you. Very, very kind of you guys. Very kind indeed. I know the answer, Plano, but I'm not going to answer it. Right, guys, I am out here. Thank you very, very much for joining me. And hopefully I will see you next Sunday with a guest. But don't forget, Creaky Weekly on Tuesday, Flat Hard Friday on Friday, strangely enough. Guys, it's been a pleasure as always, and I will see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.